There's a thief at every major airport right now, and for travelers our age, your bag is sending signals you don't even realize. It's not dramatic. It's not random. It's a calculation that takes under 8 seconds. The habits we were taught for decades, the ones that feel responsible, sensible, even smart, are quietly working against us in 2026 airports. That padlock you trust, that address tag you've had on your suitcase for years, the bag you chose specifically because it doesn't stand out. I'm going to walk you through the 10 luggage mistakes most seniors never catch before it's too late. And mistake 7, that one's changed for good reason. You'll want that one before your next flight. Mistake number 1, the TSA lock that invites thieves in. Here's something most airport thieves won't admit unless they're caught. The padlock you've snapped on your suitcase for years, the one that says TSA approved, doesn't keep experienced airport thieves out. For many of them, it does the opposite. A locked suitcase tells them something unlocked bags don't. There's something worth protecting inside. And here's where it gets worse. TSA master key designs have been circulating online for years. A cheap replica can open your bag without leaving a mark. But even without a key, any standard zipper can be forced open in under 5 seconds using a ballpoint pen, then resealed so cleanly you'd never know. For travelers our age who fly with medication, jewelry, or a camera, that false sense of security is the real problem. The bag comes off the carousel. Everything looks fine. You don't discover anything until you're already at the hotel. Your defense, skip the TSA lock. Use small zip ties instead. They don't signal value and you can spot tampering instantly. Position zipper poles on the bag's underside, facing the frame. Harder to access quickly. Pack anything irreplaceable in your carry-on, not your checked bag. Magic phrase: I need to check my bag before I leave the claim area. Say this out loud to yourself. It's the habit that catches problems while you're still in the airport. The lock is one thing, but what's sitting on the outside of your bag might be doing even more damage. Mistake number 2, the address tag that's not for the airline. This one genuinely surprises people. Your luggage tag, the one with your name, phone number, and home address, isn't just helping airline staff find you if your bag goes missing. It's broadcasting your schedule to anyone who glances at it for 2 seconds. Think about the story that tag tells. You're not home. Here's exactly where you live, and you can afford to travel. That's not a lost bag system. That's a personal security risk. Airport theft investigators have documented cases of home addresses being photographed from luggage tags at check-in, baggage claim, even on the jetway. For senior travelers who may post their trips on Facebook before they leave, the combination is even more exposed. Your defense: use a tag with a privacy cover that hides your details until someone manually opens it. Replace your home address with an email address or secondary phone number. Consider writing your destination hotel instead. The airline can reach you and strangers can't. Magic phrase: my contact is an email. No home address on this tag. A simple rule to repeat every time you pack. Here's where most travelers over 60 get caught off guard, and it has nothing to do with the tag or the lock. Mistake number 3, arriving late to baggage claim. Here's what's actually happening at the carousel while you're still walking from the gate. The highest risk window for bag theft isn't in the middle of the claim rush. It's the first few minutes, when bags come off early and the area is almost empty. Fewer passengers, minimal supervision. A thief can walk up, scan the carousel, and be gone before the crowd arrives. Picture this. You land, stop to use the restroom, grab a coffee, let the crowd thin. Your bag, first off the plane, has been sitting at the carousel for 12 minutes before you get there. By the time you arrive, nothing looks out of place. And nothing is. For many of us over 60, especially after a long flight when we're tired and moving slower, that delay is natural, comfortable even, and it's exactly what creates the window. Your defense: get to baggage claim before the first bags arrive if you can. Even 5 minutes of presence eliminates most of the risk. If you must stop, use a restroom near the gate, not near the claim area. Activate your airline's bag tracker notification so you know the moment your bag hits the belt. The next one costs travelers money. They don't know they've lost until days after the flight. Mistake number 4, packing valuables in checked luggage. Here's something the airlines will not put in a press release. Checked luggage theft doesn't look like theft. A bag doesn't vanish. It comes off the carousel intact, zippers closed, handle straight. But something small and valuable inside, a camera, a piece of jewelry, an envelope of cash, is simply gone. The mechanism is fast. It takes less than 15 seconds to open a suitcase, remove something compact, and reclose it. And in the handling process between check-in and the aircraft, your bag moves through multiple hands without direct oversight. Patricia, 72, a retired librarian from Scottsdale, checked her carry-on on a crowded holiday flight because the overhead bins were full. Inside, her good camera and 2 pieces of jewelry she'd owned for 30 years. She landed in Denver, collected her bag normally, and didn't discover the camera was missing until she tried to photograph her grandkids that evening. "I thought the airline would make it right," she said. They didn't. TSA's standard liability for checked luggage is capped, and cameras often fall outside covered categories. Your defense: if you can't afford to lose it, it goes in your carry-on. Non-negotiable: medication, electronics, jewelry, and documents stay on your person or overhead. Use a hard shell carry-on if you're worried about overhead space. It's harder to compress out. This next one is the mistake that looks the smallest and causes the most confusion after landing. Mistake number 5, ignoring zipper gaps before you check your bag. This one genuinely surprises people. You zip your suitcase, pull the zippers together, snap your lock, and assume it's sealed. But a gap of less than a centimeter in the zipper track is all it takes. Experienced airport thieves don't need tools to exploit it. A weak zipper can be gently separated, searched, and resealed without leaving visible damage. What makes this so frustrating for travelers our age is the timeline. You don't discover it on the way in. You discover it 3 days later when you're unpacking and something isn't where you put it. No broken lock, no obvious tears, nothing to point to. Filing a claim at that stage is almost impossible. Your defense: before you check your bag, run both zipper pulls around the full perimeter and press the pulls firmly together. No gaps, no daylight along the track. Position the zipper junction along the bag's bottom edge or under the handle, harder to access quickly in a crowd. A simple zip tie over both poles costs nothing and makes tampering visible. Magic phrase: 2-second zipper check. The phrase to say every time you hand your bag over. It takes 2 seconds and changes what you notice. The next one is where most senior travelers underestimate the threat because it's not obvious until it's already too late. Quick question: have you ever landed and assumed your bag was fine, only to find something missing days later? Most travelers over 60 say it's happened at least once without them ever filing anything. If this is helping, hit subscribe. The second half has the mistake I made this video for, and one that surprises every senior traveler the first time they hear it. Mistake number 6, using a plain black suitcase. Here's what's actually happening at the baggage carousel. When your bag looks identical to 40 others on the belt, 2 things become easy: a thief grabbing it with plausible cover, "Sorry, wrong bag," and distracted travelers making honest mistakes. The plain black suitcase that feels professional and low-key is, in a busy terminal, practically invisible. Our generation was often taught to pack quietly. Don't stand out. Don't flash what you have. That instinct made sense in a lot of contexts. At baggage claim in 2026, it works against you. A suitcase that blends in is one that can disappear without a second look from anyone nearby. Your defense: add 1 colorful luggage strap around the bag's middle, visible from 20 feet, hard to accidentally grab. Wrap a bright ribbon or tie around the handle. Takes 10 seconds, costs nothing. Bright stickers on 1 panel only, enough to distinguish. Not so many, it becomes a mosaic. And now the one that has surprised every senior traveler I've talked to. Because it's not about what you pack, it's about what you post before you leave. Mistake number 7, Announcing your trip on social media before you fly. This is the one I made this video for. Airport thieves have moved beyond the physical. The combination of a home address on a luggage tag and a Facebook post announcing a 2-week European cruise posted the night before departure is, for an experienced bad actor, a near-perfect signal. You're away, you're reachable, and a window exists. Senior travelers, and our age group specifically, are the most active social media trip sharers in the US. A study from the UK's National Crime Prevention Centre found that over 50 travelers were significantly more likely to post trip announcements on Facebook before departure compared to younger travelers. The pattern is visible, public, and searchable. This isn't about paranoia. It's about sequencing. Post the photos when you land, not before you leave. Share the itinerary when you're home, not when the house is empty. Your defense. Set all travel posts to after I return. Photograph everything. Share when you're back. Check your Facebook privacy settings before every trip. Public posts from a senior account advertising a departure date are searchable by location. Tell the people who need to know directly, not through a public post. Magic phrase, I'll share photos when I'm home. Easy sentence. Completely protects the window. This last one isn't a mistake. It's a trap most senior travelers step into the moment they arrive. Stay with me. Mistake number 8. Not checking for tamper. Evidence before you leave the airport. You finally collect your bag, zippers closed, handle intact, you roll it toward the exit, and that's where most travelers over 60 lose their window. Luggage theft often leaves no obvious sign. A bag that's been accessed, opened, searched, and reclosed can look completely untouched on the outside. The zipper feels normal. The lock is in place. Nothing seems off. But the window to file a claim closes the moment you leave the airport. Airlines and TSA have strict departure point documentation requirements. Once you're out the door and in a taxi, your claim is significantly weaker, sometimes invalid. Donna, 69, a retired teacher from Portland, noticed something felt wrong about her bag at the hotel. Items she remembered placing on top were on the bottom. She went back to the airport the next morning. The claims desk told her, "You left the premises. We have no way to confirm where the damage occurred." That's not bad luck. That's a policy that favors fast departures. Your defense. Before you leave the claim area, open your bag. Spend 90 seconds scanning for items that moved, anything missing, any zipper track that feels misaligned. If something looks wrong, report it at the airline claim desk immediately. Before you pass through the exit doors, photograph the bag's exterior before you check it and again at claim. Time-stamped photos are documentation. Magic phrase. I need to inspect this bag before I leave the claim area. Say it out loud if you have to. It's the sentence that protects your right to file. One more. And for many travelers our age, this one stings because it's a habit that felt like protection all along. Mistake number 9. Leaving your bag unattended at the gate. Here's something most airport security announcements miss. You sit down near your gate, bag beside you. Your phone buzzes and you look down for 30 seconds. Or you step to the counter to ask about boarding groups. Or you're traveling with a partner and you're both looking at the departure board. That's the window, not minutes, seconds. Experienced airport thieves don't need your bag to disappear to compromise it. In a crowded gate area, a bag can be opened, checked, and resealed before you turn back around. Terminals full of noise, announcements, movement, it's the environment they're designed for. For those of us who travel with a partner or in a group, the assumption that someone else is watching it is exactly what creates the gap. Proximity isn't security. Direct attention is. Your defense. Strap or hook your bag to your body, seat, or your travel partner's luggage, even briefly. Use a bag with lockable zipper clips on the carry-on, not to stop a determined thief, but to add 2 seconds of friction that makes your bag less attractive than the next one. In gate areas, bag on your lap or between your feet, not beside you on an open seat. The final one is the habit that trips up the most prepared travelers on this entire list, and it's something almost no one connects to airport theft. Mistake number 10, Using flashy or expensive-looking luggage. Here's what's actually happening when a thief scans the carousel. They're not reading labels, they're reading signals. A premium hard-shell suitcase, a designer brand logo, a shiny finish that reflects the overhead lights. Each of those is a data point in a 3-second calculation. Is the payoff worth the risk? Expensive-looking luggage shifts that calculation without you doing anything. You don't have to have valuables inside. The bag just has to look like you might. And for travelers our age who've invested in quality travel gear over the years, a nice Samsonite, a Tumi, a Briggs and Riley, that's a real exposure. The fix doesn't mean buying a new bag, it means disrupting the visual. Your defense? A neutral luggage cover over a premium bag breaks the signal completely, costs under $15, adds zero weight. Add a worn-looking luggage strap with visible wear. Counterintuitively, a scuffed-looking bag reads as lower value. Avoid monogrammed luggage in busy international airports. Initials confirm it's a personal, permanent item worth protecting. The airports haven't changed for travelers our age. The calculations thieves run have just gotten faster and quieter, and the habits we trust most are often the ones that invite the wrong attention. But there's something else costing seniors far more than a stolen item at baggage claim, and it starts before you even reach security. It's on the screen right now. See you there.